If Nigerians are suffering this bad under Tinubu's first year, what hope remains for the next 3 years? Says Isaac Asebo. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got to hear this morning. Well, this is a question this morning. The question says that if Nigerians are suffering this bad under Tinubu's first year, what hope remains for the next 3 years? By Isaac Asabo. Well, as Nigerian economy continues to falter with inflation rising, fuel subsidies removed, and the naira struggling, many citizens are left asking, if this is what we are experiencing in just under a year, what will happen in 3 years? Hold for us under President Bola Tinubu administration. The reason for the foregoing question cannot be far-fetched, as the last few months have been anything but easy for Nigerians. The pain is palpable, from the soaring food prices to an unrelenting fuel crisis and a general cost of living increase that shows no sign of slowing. After the initial optimism that greeted Tinubu's government, largely stemming from his campaign promises to create jobs, stabilize the economy, and bring back investor confidence, reality has set in and is not pretty. Against the foregoing backdrop, it will be recalled that when Tinubu was campaigning ahead of the election that ushered him to office, that he vowed to turn things around. His slogan, Renewed Hope, resonated with voters eager for a leader who would tackle the problems that have plagued the nations for years. Well, yet within the first year of his tenure, since he took office on May 29, 2023, Nigerians are left asking whether the hope is being renewed or extinguished. Well, without no doubt, the removal of the fuel subsidy, through economically logical in the long terms, have sent shockwave through the economy, causing a ripple effect in transportation, food prices, and general goods. While government officials argued that this move was necessary to plunge the leak of billions of naira in subsidies. Well, the reality of the streets is dire. Citizens are yet to feel the benefits promised to accompany this policy change, even as trust in government is rapidly waning. Well, another point of concern is that government resilience on loans from international organizations like the World Bank and bilateral agreements with countries like China. These loans, although meant to fund critical infrastructure and economic growth projects, have done little to alleviate the immediate suffering of the common man. As recently gathered, Nigeria is the leading debtor into the World Bank International Development Association (IDA) in Africa and ranked third globally as per the bank's financial statement. Well, by June 30th, 2024, Nigeria's debt to the IDA has risen by 14.4% from $14.3 billion in FY 2023 to $16.5 billion in FY 2024. The question Nigerians are increasingly asking is whether this debt will ever translate into tangible benefits or whether they will simply burden the nation for decades to come. Many fear that the next 3 years will see a government stranded with debt while citizens remain trapped in a cycle of poverty. In an attempt to cushion the economic blow, the government rolled out palliatives such as cash transfer and food distribution. However, these efforts have been criticized as too late, with many citizens questioning whether the aid is reaching the right people. In some regions, complaints abound that these palliatives are being distributed along party lines or are inaccessible to the poorest that need them the most. Well, as Nigerian who is worried over the ripple solution, just as not a few Nigerians are also worried, the assumption remains that if Tinubu's government cannot find a more effective way to provide relief to those struggling to survive, the remaining 3 years will be marked by increasing dissatisfaction and growing poverty. In fact, Tinubu's administration still has time to course correct. This is an economic reform. If implemented effectively, could stabilize the economy and provide relief. However, reforms require time to yield results, and time is not something the average Nigeria can afford. Well, not only that, investment in local production, agriculture, and also infrastructure development is touted as potential game changer. But as Nigeria's history has shown, the success of such programs hinges on political will, transparency, and eliminating corruption. Though without these, any reform is destined to fall short of expectations. Well, with 3 more years ahead, it is critical for the government to shift focus from policies that disproportionately affect the vulnerable to ones that promote inconclusive economic growth, strengthening social safety nets, ensuring fair distribution of resources, and cracking down on corruption will be essential for the instilling hope. But the question lingers: if the first year under Tinubu has seen this level of economic hardship, what can Nigeria realistically expect in the years to come? Of course, you had it for me this morning, and if you're not a subscriber, the best you can do right now is actually to tap that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, leave a like on the video to get more updates concerning this in the next future to come. Well, the question is, if Nigerians are suffering this bad under Tinubu's first years, what hope remains for the next 3 years to come? Like, seriously, that's a very good question by Isaac Asabo. That's the thing that everybody's asking. That's the thing that everybody's like asking each other. Because when Tinubu was campaigning renewed hope agenda. He will do this, he will do that, he will do this. He will make Nigeria a better place. And people actually believed in Tinubu's vision because they feel that Tinubu is a democratic leader. He has fought for Nigeria even in the past, and they feel that wow, maybe this is the leader that we actually need. But some people see Tinubu as no, he's not capable, that this man is too old, this and that, this and that, this and this. And the question is, look at the way Nigeria is right now. The Buhari-led administration is actually better than, let us be frankly speaking, the Buhari-led administration is better than this Tinubu first year. Just come and see the first year of Tinubu administration. The question is, if the first year of Tinubu administration is this bad, what will be of the next 3 years to come? Is there a chance that Tinubu can actually elevate Nigeria from poverty? Is there a chance that Tinubu can actually elevate Nigeria from this hardship? Is there a chance that the sun will actually shine on Nigeria once again? Because believe me, the economy is not smiling at anybody. Everybody is frowning. Everybody is fasting, compulsory fasting. Nobody say they fast. There's no food. There's no food. You can't even afford transportation from there to there. Our naira has been devaluated. Our naira does not even have value anymore. Fuel subsidy is another problem. Insecurity is another problem. Food crisis is another problem. Problem. And Nigeria is a very rich country. But yet, this corruption that does not lead this country is still there. Tinubu sees the fuel subsidy removal as a very major step concerning all the billions that are being leaked out concerning like people who embezzle money using fuel subsidy as an advantage. But removing that fuel subsidy has caused a lot of pains in people's businesses. Not just on civilians alone. Let me talk about business in people's businesses, one way or the other. Right now, Nigeria economy is falling. So the question is still the question: should Tinubu's leadership will be good in the next 3 years to come, or what do you guys think will happen in the next 3 years of Tinubu's regime? Drop a comment in the comment section, and don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap the subscribe button, is the big red one with the notification bell, so that anytime I have any new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and have a wonderful day ahead of you.